I think one of the biggest arguments that people make against homeschooling is, you probably guessed it, how are your kids going to socialize? And honestly, I think we really need to question what kind of socialization school is even producing. Like when you look at a lot of adults that have been through school, many of the same dynamics from school never actually leave. Like things like comparison, competition, gossip, bullying, trying to fit in while also trying to stand out. A lot of us adults are still operating those same patterns. And what's interesting is that when I've been around homeschool families, of course not all, obviously, but many of the kids seemed easier to interact with actually. They were a lot more approachable, more comfortable talking to adults, definitely less socially anxious. Like this one time I was at a homeschool convention a couple of years ago, and one thing I noticed across the board that day was how willing these kids were to ask questions, interact with you, and just engage naturally. And I think part of that is because when kids are raised around secure relationships, mixed age groups, family, community, and real world interactions, socializing just comes more naturally. Whereas in school, it's actually a very unnatural social environment when you think about it. You're separated by age, you're away from your family most of the day, you're constantly navigating like social pressure, especially during your most developmental year. Not to mention you're in class all day, you're told to not talk. And then now you couple that with screens and social media. A lot of these kids genuinely struggle socially, mentally, and emotionally. Now, listen, I'm not saying homeschooling automatically solves all of this. It really doesn't. I've definitely seen homeschool families also where the kids are isolated and glued to the screens. But I do think there's something to be said about children growing up closely connected to their family, their community, multiple age groups, and people that they feel safe around. Because confidence and healthy independence usually grow out of secure attachment first, along with a few other very important things like vocabulary, emotional regulation, and processing ability, which, if not taught effectively by the parent, school definitely does an abysmal job. So let me know in the comments, did school help your social skills or actually hurt them?